All right, everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name's Odum, and what we do right here on YouTube is we live stream every Monday through Friday a process and the work that we're doing to try to build ourselves a company which is going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. And we're working on Pixel and Pixel Pieces, which is our Webflow template and component library. And what we're going to do today is we're going to hop into Figma and we're going to redesign or just initially design the components that we already have existing on our library, which you can start accessing right away if you wanted to. We're going to redesign those in Figma so that we can use that to create new screenshots. And of course, that's going to be very helpful for us whenever we make any changes or modifications to any components. We will have the Figma base, which we'll be able to go back to and update all the designs as well. So we're going to jump right in today with that. And where is my, here we go. We have, all right. So here is our Figma file right now. And one thing that I've done is I've done this for all of the layout components. So we have all these now, and there's going to be even more layouts coming. But anyways, we just have these ones here for now. And I figured we'd start with the navigation ones. I think those were the first ones that I actually made in Pixel. So hang on, let's start closing some stuff here that I know we don't need right now. And right, let's go in here. So yeah, I think we'll start today with our navigation components and we'll get these ones redesigned. So I think what would be really nice to change, yeah, we'll take a look at the logo. So the logo is, let's see if we can view this here. Right. So I don't know if we will make the exact same logo as a placeholder. So yeah, we might just change it up a little bit. Okay. So just very simple, 4-column and then drop down. Yeah, very, very simple. Let's just start with the first one as well. And then we just have our download drop down here. Okay. So let's get into Figma. And I think our frame is just literally going to be, I think we just put in desktop or wireframe. I guess it doesn't really matter. Probably just select wireframe. I think that's the size. 14 by 1024. Let's just make sure we have the same size for all of these wireframes. This layout, no, we got 1440 by 1020. So that's different. We're making it a little bit, oh no, that is the same. Geez. 1440, yeah. That is the same. All right, interesting. Okay, so we're gonna call this nav basic 1. So we wanna make sure that we have the navigation basic 1. We want to make sure everything's kind of consistent here. Okay, and one of the reasons why we're doing this as well in Figma is because we want to make this file available as well to people so that they can go ahead and even use this to create just different designs or whatever with this template. So yeah, okay, so navigation basic 1. Oh, right. So I have this thing here. I think this is where I got the actual logo piece. So I'm just perusing around here to see if I can find the right element. And this one looks, oh, they're just images. Maybe because they're actually here in these textures, in these other files. So our logo was basically, it's like a circle with things irradiating out from it. Oops, I think I moved some things around, but that's okay. Let's see if we can find it. Because I kind of like the look of it, which is why I chose it in the first place. I mean, I guess it looks more like an O. So do we see it here? You know what? Maybe. Do I have it here somewhere? I might have it. Sliders, pagination, like welcome screen. I don't have anything in the welcome screen just yet. Typography, colors, icons. No. No. All right, let's just keep looking. If I can't find it real quick, we'll just pick something else to use as a placeholder. Oh, I really like it though. Let's see, anything X, Y, Z. It's weird these shapes are in just like an image. Very strange, very low quality there. Not the textures. This one looks kind of interesting. Kind of looks like BP Solar or something like that. I think they have kind of a sun as their logo. Oh, this one looks kind of cool too. So we want something that's kind of, oh, this one's kind of neat. That's kind of funky. Oh, this one's kind of cool too. Which one is it? This one here. Background. We don't want background. We want this image here. All right. So let's copy this and let's paste it here. Then we just want just something like a logo. If I look at, trying to see what the actual like font size is. So let's go graphic. Maybe 32 point. And I almost like to make this into a component, but let's shrink it down a little bit here. I wonder, I mean, I know this stuff isn't too important, but I would like something that is a little bit catching. I wonder if we use something, because it looks like kind of like a K. It looks like they're using letters from like the alphabet, right? So if you wanted L for logo, let's just take a look at the L's here. HIJKL. So maybe one of these would be good for L, like a logo. Which ones look kind of cool? This one's just thinner. Something like this. Might be a little bit weird. Maybe something like this one. Oh, it's an image? What the heck? That whole thing's an image? Oh, they're free samples? What the hell? I thought I bought this. I don't even know where I don't even remember where I got this from. But I'm pretty sure I bought it. Or even this one looks kind of cool. Copy. duplicate that. Maybe something like that looks better, but I wonder if we take this and actually just made it all caps. Not the biggest fan of that one. Can we? No, it's not bad. And for this one, what can we do? Just look at the line weights, make them about the same. Yeah, there we go. So this one, let's make it 36. I'm not sure why this isn't centered. There we go. Space in between. Maybe something like that. 10. No, needs more space. Okay. Can we make this into one specific object? Right, and let's, if we make that into a component, we'll just call this logo. We'll just bring it up there. And we could delete this one, delete that one, and then we can just start making instances of that component. Okay, so, and therefore, whenever we want to change the logo, we just change it here, and then we're good to go. So that's the logo, and what do we want to do? We want to put in our oh geez, what are these called? Just the navigation items, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, home. Okay, let's change. Case is just going to be regular case. And our font, I do believe we have to use, we're using Inter. This isn't going to show us. I think com 1 pixel slash. Yeah, we can go to here. We could look at the actual font. Right, so it's going to show up as Arial. Well, what are we using actually? Right. It's going to be different for every user because we're not actually setting up or identifying an actual font. So I wonder if, what are we using here? What's our font? Oh, we have it set here. And our font family. Oh, right, we got variables set up. So let's have a look here what our local variables are. Container columns. Oh, no, I can't. Where are we here? Inter and Roboto. Where is this coming from? I totally can't remember how I did this. How did we do this? the heck did we do this? Where did we put? Oh yeah, right. Layout. Here we go. Here it is. We can switch our variables. All right. Yeah. So we have our body roboto and our headings inter. So like if we wanted to put this as graphic, we could, and that goes to kind of our style, but, and if we did the same thing here. So we could do that if we like our font. And when I say our font, this is the default font that we're using for pixel pieces, is we use graphic font. But I don't know if we should do that for our actual screenshots, because that's going to look different for the users. Hey, how's it going? Fakroon, if that's how you pronounce it. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Good to see you. Right. So I'm not sure how we should approach the font situation, because obviously I love my font. But it might not be, might not be appropriate. Like if I just, can I undo some of the stuff that I just did? Yeah. So this is back to original. I feel like we should keep it at the original font. We'll do that for now and we'll see. Yeah, we can leave it at this for now, and then we could, if we need to make changes, then we can. So like right now, we'll keep our headings. Well, where are our local variables? Let's go to here. Yeah, we'll keep it as roboto and inter for now. And then if we feel like changing it, we can obviously easily change it because we have it set up as variables. Okay, so we go into our navigation and right. So let's set this up as, how do we do this again? It's been a while, right? So this is just going to be our default size. And I wish we could put in a font or a color, like a default color. It looks like we can't. So let's go, where are our actual variables for our colors? And why can't we select them through here? Because I know that we have them, don't we? Oh, I don't have variables for color yet. Did I not do that? Of course I did. They're right here. We got our primary, secondary, and then we got our neutral fonts. So why can I not select them through here? Oh, I just got to go to libraries. Oh my goodness. I think it's been a while since I've been in Figma. I've been doing a lot of Webflow stuff. He's a little rusty. Bear with me while I get everything all sorted out and figured out. Okay, here we go. Right. Okay, so we got home. Let's duplicate this a couple times. What do we have here? We have about, pricing, and drop down. Right. So it's about, pricing, and drop down. So, but this drop down, of course, has a drop down arrow as an icon. So let's put that in there. Arrows, arrows, arrows. Right, here we go. Copy and paste. You can go there. Let's just get an instance of you, please. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alt, drag, there we go. And your size is going to be a lot smaller. I think we want 16 by 16. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. And so you with the arrow, Shift A, and we're going to call that drop down. And the space between, ooh, I think even 0 is good. Yeah. All right. And our icon color, we are going to, is it our text color? I think, no, it's not a, well, it might be. No, I think we do like neutral 500 to make it lighter. Yeah, I think that's what we got going on. Let's have a look. Not here, but we should though. Maybe we'll update that in Webflow. Okay. I feel like this needs maybe just a little bit of breathing room. There we go. That looks nice. And our buttons. Let's reorganize this. A proper setting, and let's Shift A, and we're going to call this just navigation. And what's our spacing? I think our spacing is probably 1 REM. So I think that's just going to be 16. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, yeah, actually it is. Hang on, let me inspect. Gap 1.5. Okay, so I was a little off. That's okay. 16 times 1.5, 24. Perfect. I'm a front-end programmer, and I was interested in learning UI UX, but it was difficult for me to learn. Yeah, I mean, it can be complicated, but I think the key to learning it is just kind of taking it one concept at a time, and just taking your time. Especially if you're a front-end programmer, I mean, you probably see quite a lot of interfaces, and if you're dealing with them kind of every day, so you kind of probably have a good idea of how things should look like. And I think it's just taking the time to maybe understand a little bit of the psychology of how people interact with interfaces and applications. But that's great. I do have a question for you then. If you're looking to learn about this stuff, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm putting together tutorials and courses on trying to teach people how to become a designer and how to improve on their design skills. So if there's anything in specific that you had in mind or that you'd want to let me know as to what you're actually finding difficult, I'd love to try to put together some content that can help you out and see if I can help. So by all means, please do let me know. Finding out what exactly it is that you're finding difficult, and maybe we could do something about that. Because I think you have a really good solid set of skills. I mean, if you have the front end programming skills, and if you combine that with the ability to design, so if you can design and build, that's a pretty great skill set and skill stack to have. Make you much more desirable as a potential employee or whatever it is that you're trying to do. If you're trying to get a better job or whatever the case may be, you have those skill sets. You can have get a significant bump up in pay and all that stuff. Oh, that's cool. I'm curious, what kind of stuff do you like to build and to work on? Okay, so let's take a look at we need our buttons as well too. So I think we're going to go, actually, where am I going? Let's go back here to navigation. We could just go into our assets and we could just insert an instance of one of our buttons. We can do that, put that in here. And actually, let's go back to our layout. We're going to stick this button into our navigation. Whoops, not in there. Into our navigation, not into the drop-down menu. There we go. And we're going to duplicate it. And we're going to, one of the buttons is, oh, hang on. Let's go in here. I think this one we're going to have it secondary. No, it's not secondary. It's a primary reverse, right? And I think we'll just call it button. Okay, so let's just call it button then. No. I kind of instead of just calling it button, I kind of like how we were doing here in the layout section, get started and learn more. Although the spacing is a little bit different here too. We'll just have login and get started. And we're actually going to take these two button groups and we're going to throw them in another auto layout here, Shift A, and then we're going to go, what are we going to call it? I don't know, just button group is fine. And then we're going to set our spacing here to 12. There we go. No, hey, you're not interrupting at all. I appreciate the conversation. So during these streams too, I'm always got chatting around with other people, and that's great. So I love it. So no interruption at all. Interested in your course? Yeah, keep going. Yeah, okay. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I'm interested in your course. Keep great. And sorry for interrupting. Oh, sorry. I think it just came up twice in the comments there. Yeah, no, sounds good. Again, like if you any ideas or suggestions, because at the end of the day, the whole point of me, like the stuff that I'm building kind of behind the scenes to get all my materials and stuff ready, it's to put out stuff that people actually want to learn. You know what I mean? So if you have anything to add or let me know, just at any time, just just let me know. Rolando, welcome. How you doing, man? Good to see you as always. Check out Figma's Sprout UI. You're going to love it. Figma's Sprout UI. I'm going to love it, eh? I've never heard of it. Figma Sprout UI. Welcome to Sprout UI. We are excited to introduce a comprehensive Figma UI kit and design system designed to revolutionize your design workflow. Well, that's a pretty bold claim. Revolutionize your design workflow. Whether you're an experienced designer just starting out, Sprout UI will elevate your projects and streamline your process. 1,300 unique components, 20 categories. Interesting. It's like so it's basically like a component kit. This is interesting. Very interesting. Design files. Very interesting. Very interesting. So I'm just gonna keep saying, very interesting. Join Figma. Okay, I don't want to do that. Open. I don't want to create an account. Okay, it's making me, okay, I don't want to do this right now. Yeah, it's a kit of components. Yeah, give it a look. I'm sure it'll give you excellent ideas. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out. I wonder. Global styles, right? Oh, we can't, it's not showing us anything in here. Color palette. Yeah. Buttons. Yeah, no, that's cool. Can I zoom in on this? I can, although I've lost. Icon only. Yeah, this is very similar to the stuff that I was making here, at least with these things. That's cool. Yeah, typography. Logos. Yeah, that's what I was just working on just now. Just coming up with some dummy logos. Icons. Yeah. So this will be kind of cool. So let's see. Yeah, so then the nav bar. And they just wrapped all of this in one single. Sorry, I'm scrolling on two different things. This is just like one single component. So you just go ahead and like change that into like whatever you want. That's cool. That's interesting. I was thinking of doing something like that. I guess that makes more sense. And I think what you can do, which is really, really cool in Figma, you can just like nest your components. So that way when you're in Figma and like for here on these buttons, right? I can go ahead in here and just change the type, which is really cool. But I think then you could do something else where if you're changing another part of it, that can kind of access like a whole nother component. And then within there, I think you can also alter the parameters of that component as well too. So if all the navigation items, I make those into components, but have components of the navigation menu within them, make people be able to update those ones. So then you could kind of like mix and match your own stuff, right? And create your own unique stuff based on the things that are provided. I think that would be kind of the coolest thing. But that's interesting. I'm definitely going to kind of check that out and see, just see kind of what I can learn from it. And yeah, there's definitely some ideas there too. And I want to be careful too and not just look like I'm just taking all of somebody's ideas and layouts or whatever. But yeah, that's interesting. Thanks for letting me know. Check the homepage. Let's take a look then. Let's see. Where was I? I think I'm right here. Okay. Homepage. Homepage. Home pages. Oh wow, they got like the whole thing laid out. Interesting. I wonder how long it took whoever to make this. So the difference, I would say, between what these guys are doing and what I'm doing is, I mean, there's a lot more, well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense too because it's designed, but it's, what's the word I'm looking for? The design is more refined, right? Like with the colors and the typography, which is really, really good. Obviously, you kind of just want to get rolling. Whereas when you're looking at the components that we have on, where are our components here? So when you're looking at our components, the idea is for them to be a little bit more bare bones, and then for the user to go ahead and put in their kind of their own styles and spacings and all that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting. It's like different ways of going about things, but I do like it. You're not discovering the wheel. Yeah, there are no new designs, only reinterpreting them. Yeah, no, it's 100%. Yeah, so like, yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying. Like doing these, like, hey, image on the right side and text and read more button on the left and all that stuff. Yeah, it's like, it's been done a million times before. And that's one of the things, about creativity. Is a lot of stuff is just kind of recycled, just done stuff differently. Because, all of these, nothing here at all screams out to me as, I've never seen this before, like nothing at all. But it's really cool. I like how they kind of put this together and how you can just kind of take this. And again, I don't know if they have each one of these home pages as a different component, or it has, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how they've done it, but it's nice. This is nice. This is a really cool and useful kit, which is really, really great. Yeah. One thing that I want, I know that I do know that I would like to do is really focus on, it's a different component. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's cool. And like within there, can you, because I think you've obviously probably played around with it. When you're, say you do, the homepage component 5, like this one here, can you then go within this component here and modify this thing based on the component properties? Like say, I don't want this image to display and I don't want these stars, or, can you do that? Or do you have to like maybe kind of just manually modify that individual component? If I'm making any sense. I would imagine, like, for example, these buttons here, I'm sure those are, well, I'm not sure, but, hopefully these would be like nested components. So you can update the buttons here using the parameters that were made on these existing buttons as well too, right? So I would think so. Well, I mean, button, looks like they got the images on the left or the right. You change the version, eh? Or change the visibility. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, but these are very similar. I'm just trying to look at the buttons that I made. Yeah, very kind of similar in terms of having the icons be on one side or the other side, and then having different options on these components for different sizes. It's pretty cool. Okay, back to work for this one here, for what we're doing here. Yeah, the more I'm working in Figma, the more I'm loving the application. It's fantastic. And did I hear right that the sale of Figma didn't go through to Adobe? Am I correct in that? Yeah, I don't know. That would be kind of nice because I mean, Adobe, especially lately, haven't been getting their press hasn't been very good. Check it out, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm on my way out. I just saw that you were online. I thought I'd give you the tip. Yeah, thanks. No, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm definitely going to check it out. Always great to see some new tools and new things that are posted here in the community. It's really, really cool. But anyways, yeah. Talk tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Again, really appreciate it. Okay, so right. So I think this is basically it. And in our let's go on to this. Actually, hang on. Let's open up this. No, not this one. Okay, now I got too many tabs open. I think I want this. All right. Let's go in here. Let's actually close this. Let's just put this in this browser here. Right. So in my screenshot, do we want to showcase the drop-down open? I kind of think that we do, so users can see what the drop-down will look like. Does that make sense? I feel like it makes sense. Like, am I making sense? So we got the logo here and the navigation. Let's put this Shift A in a thing. So we're just gonna, there's just full navigation, I guess, I don't know. Or actually, maybe we'll call this menu. And then we'll call this nav bar or navigation bar. And are we centered? Yeah, we're centered. And we should, what size should we make it? Maybe 1,000? Maybe 1,200 is good because there's going to be times when we're going to be changing the actual positions of the elements, like the navigation, the logo, and the buttons. So maybe we want to make sure that they're going to be, the space and the distance will be kind of apparent. So let's center this. All right. So my question the question that I was asking is, should we showcase this drop down on the image? And I think we do, because for the other ones that are like mega menu or whatever, we want people to be able to see what the actual menu is doing, right? So that makes sense. So let's go ahead and make that. So we want to have, I guess, basically, I'm just going to put this on this other page here just so I can see what text I wrote. So best movies of all time. Font, text. Go with our default size, please. Right, you can't, text. Primary text color. Oh, right, that's what I think we need to do here for our colors. We're gonna set the color as primary text color, right? Because then we can change it if we need to. That's awesome. And yeah, right. And let's do the next one. Call it top 50, oops, books to read. And two more. Call board game reviews and greatest rock and roll bands. Okay, we're going to put that in the frame. We're going to call this menu items. No. We're just going to call this drop down. And spacing in between, that's a little bit too much. And what do we want to do here? We want to fill it. We're going to fill it with, I think it's pretty light. And I need to give it some good padding here. I think we have 1.5, which is 24 and 24. Okay, why is it behaving this way? What's going on with our text? It should hug, not, there we go. And this is fixed. That should hug. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And this needs to be aligned with, yeah, with our drop down right here. And if we look at our positioning here, yeah, that's aligned. And I think we go 12 pixels down, I do believe. Right. But is the arrow up? Because if the drop down is, when the drop down is open, the arrow is pointing up, right? So let's rotate this 180. Perfect. And do we want to throw a border radius around this? Oh, that's an interesting question. It'll be very subtle. Right, logo, navigation bar, and drop down. Let's put this in a group. Shift G? No. Control G? Right. Navigation, and drop down all in one. And let's put it, say 100, whoops, no, 100 pixels from the top. There we go. And then that will be the actual image, right? So let's have a look here. Let's export this. Export, do we want PNG? I can't remember what format we're using. Well, let's just export it like this. So nav basic 1. And it's desktop. Let's go to our, let's go to Webflow. Geez. Webflow. Close this one down here. Let's go to Pixel Pieces. Let's go to our designer. And what page do I want to go? Let's look at, let's zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see. Let's go to our categories, right? And we're going to go to navigation. And here's our navigation basic 1. Here's the image. So let's go into the database here. Let's go to components. Oops. I want to actually, geez. I want to get navigation basic 1. And let's just replace this one with what we just did here. And let's hit save. And let's have a look what it looks like. There's that image there. Not bad. I think it's better, and I like the fact that all the no, the logo the logos. Well, all the logos are going to be in same space, and all the navigation items, yeah, they're all going to be basically like affixed to the top, and they're all going to be aligned nicely. So I'm liking that look. Oh man, I love this filtering thing. I'm so glad this was done. I'm super pumped about it. I think we can mess around with this whole layout and how this whole thing looks. I think we can do better. Especially with the type of component here. Yeah. But not that big of a deal. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm in love with the logo, but that's okay. All right. So now we have navigation basic 1. So that's nice. That's perfect. I love it. Okay. So let's copy and paste navigation basic 2, which is kind of what we want. So I guess let's have a look. Where should we have a look? I think we need to go here. Navigation. So it's the same thing, but just has like a bigger drop down, which is like full drop down, which is perfect. Okay, so let's go here, and I think for a full drop down, so we know that it's going to be a fixed size, and it's going to be 1200. And if we center it, yeah, there we go. So that's, whoops. And then within the drop down, we have 3, I'm going to put this over, well, we have 4 different, what's the word I'm looking for? Like drop down items, navigation items. So films, rock bands, board games, and the Goodreads. So yeah, let's run with that. How do we want to do this? So I'm just going to take this. Oh, I actually have one on the side here already. So let me go navigation basic 2. Just have a quick look at it. Okay, there it is. All right. Figma. Okay. So I like that we had movies. I think we should stick with movies here. Pulp Fiction. We got Shawshank, Redemption. Gattaca. The Truman Show. And we need one more. The Matrix. Okay, let's make them go in order, like that same order that we have here as well too. So we're gonna take these ones and we're going to Shift A, drop down column, put that in a column. And we actually have this being a much smaller distance. And then we also have control. Can I paste this one and great films of all. Well, I just have great films. Let's just keep it at that. Great films. And this here is, it's body. Do we have it as a heading? No, that's too big. It's too big. So let's undo that one. I think are we going to have to unbind it? I think we need to unbind it. So we can still do this, but we just need to have different font weight. There we go. A different color. And the other thing that we had is we had icons. And where should I get these icons? Again, I think we should have like an icon placeholder. Kind of the same thing. So let's see if there's anything here that would look like a good icon placeholder. Kind of use the letter I here. So we got a few different options. Maybe something like this, a little bit weirdly abstract. Let's copy this. I'm just trying to think of how I want to position this thing as an icon placeholder. So I kind of want to put it in a circle, but this one, its proportions are not the greatest. Something like this, or even like this. Maybe our little sunflower here, which is kind of a nice circular one. Let's try this. Not in there. You want to be your own thing. Uh, 25. A little bit bigger. No. If we go 25, and let's auto lay this out here. And if we way too big, way too big. And I guess we could try to fill it white, because if we take this now, let's make that into component, I guess. Alt, drop it down. Except I don't see a fill. And the color itself, we're going to make you Why doesn't it have a fill? Or is it filling at all? Maybe it's not filling the background. Can we give it a background? Because this is, what if I just put it to a different color? Weird. I see it showing up there. But it's also doesn't look correct. Like I have it as a very dark red here, but it's light. It's like half opaque almost. Very strange. I'm not sure what's going on at all. What do we got? What can we do? Yeah, it's like it's very faint. Like you can see it there, but it's like it has like this weird opacity to it. Oh, here we go. It's got a pass through. What the hell? There we go. All right. My goodness. Okay, so this is like our icon placeholder. We might even just name it that, icon placeholder. Same with this. This is just logo placeholder. And I think we're just going to call this. This is going to be column text. And we'll just go here, Shift A. This is just drop down column. And we can have, again, maybe our spacing is going to be a little bit different from, oops, it's just 16 is good, 1 REM. All right. And copy and paste. And here we are going to put it this way, and then we want it, this space, whoops, to space it between. All right, so I like that. And now let's take a look at the text here. Bring that up, right. So we got this next one here, rock bands. We got Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix. Might be able to tell the music that I listened to when I was growing up. AC/DC, Black Sabbath, The Tea Party. All right. Third one is board games. And once we make this once, guys, we're not going to have to make it again. Spirit Island. I wonder if we should put this one in a component. It's too late now. Well, Star Wars Rebellion. Nemesis. Terraforming Mars. And Anachrony. I guess, yeah. So what am I thinking? Should we put like a column, this whole thing as a component? That might make sense, actually. Should almost think of making everything as a component. So let's see here. If we go here and we just bring this up and then we make that into a component. Then what we want to have is this thing to be editable, right? So this would be like title. And I think we would need to create one for each one, right? This would be item 1. Item 2. Item 3. Item 4. And create property. Item 5. All right. So then we take this one, put it back there, and then we copy, paste it. And in this second one, we have, right, rock bands. Yeah, this is actually pretty nice. I could just do this. Very nice. And another one. I'll just go board games. Spirit Island. Star Wars. Rebellion. By the way, these are all great board games. If you're into board games, highly recommend all of these ones. And the last one we have is Goodreads. Oh, I'm not even, I gotta go into here. Jeez. Brave New World. Lord of the Rings. Intellectuals, and Society. 1984. Atlas Shrugged. All right. So for this drop down, how is the best way that we want to convey this? Do we want to, if we look on here, well, actually, what we can do, let's just have a look at our actual design here. Actually, we got to go into, we need to go into our components library and look how we actually built it. Because the way that I think that they are is, I feel like they're floated left. Well, I still can't see. Hang on, let me. Where's the drop down? Here's the drop down. I basically want to, hang on, I just want to show it. There we go. Right, it's, what is it? So we are, we got a content block. We are just a grid and everything's centered within the grid. Awab, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Do you reckon you can figure out how they made this navbar snap into place when scrolling back up? Which navbar are you talking about? So just let me know and I'll see what I can see if I can figure it out. And if something, is it snapping or is it sticking? Because they might have like a sticky thing that's put on there. Website called Serial Space. Can you like type in what the URL would be? Or it's just called Serial Space? I'll just, well, let's see what we can get. Serial Space. And you said it's a French website? All right. Okay, so this, yeah, so you just want to see how it's, like why it sticks here. So what they're probably doing is they're probably using like a position sticky. And then when you have something as a position sticky, it tells the browser that whenever the item gets to a specific spot in the window, hold that position. So if we take a look at this here, it's going to be on the header, or it's probably, I guess it's probably going to be on here. So if we have this here, so its position is absolutely positioned. So if we take that off, it's still going to be sticky. So that's fine. It's got to have something. So let's just see what we got here. All right, these guys, they did it a little bit differently than I would have done it, but they have this thing here, this top, it's set to 20 pixels, and that's important. So it's saying have this navigation stay stuck at 20 pixels. So if we change this, so if we change it to 100, you can see now it's at this 100 space spot. So yeah. So because of the way that they did it, it's giving a little bit of this jolt kind of effect that's happening here. Because they're changing from absolute to fixed, which is strange. I'm not sure kind of why they're doing that, which causes it to, I don't know, kind of jump. So how I would do it is I would definitely use like a position sticky, which is a little bit, I think it's a lot cleaner, I would say. So I could give you an example. I'll give you an example of one that I did for a client. Where would it be? Maybe something here. Let's go to the English site, please. Now that I've been in French, it thinks I want everything in French. I think it's the team. Right. Okay. So if you look at this website here, or this page, there's a navigation here that's on this left side. This here is position sticky. So as we scroll down, once it gets to a specific height, it's just going to stick to the top here. And then so the user can still kind of go in and they could scroll and look at the different people that are on here when they just kind of want to explore the different team. So that's where you get where it gets to the spot and it just kind of snaps really nicely into place. And that's by position sticky. So I think it's saying something like whenever this element gets to, again, a certain height or a certain distance, it's almost like setting that position like a top of, I think this one's like probably 3 REM or something like that. And then it just kind of snaps into place. So Position sticky. Have a look at that, and I think that'll be what you want. Actually, let me just CSS position sticky. Where's the actual property? I think you could probably see its position anchor. It has sticky here, but does it talk about it? Here it goes. Yeah, here's all the. I mean, this stuff's boring if you're reading the docs, but this is what it gives you everything that you kind of want to know. So I don't know. Can I throw this in the chat? I guess maybe I could throw out links and then you guys can't, which I guess maybe makes sense if people go into YouTube comments and start spamming stuff. I don't know if that's a setting that I could change or what, but anyways, there's that link. But this is kind of boring. I think if you can you change this? Oh yeah, it does have a sticky thing. So this demo is probably going to, it's probably going to do something anyways. Well, position, no. Oh yeah, position sticky. Then it sticks that thing to the top. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so you click on this thing and then it shows you what's going to happen to that yellow box. That's kind of cool. That's a cool demo. That's cool. And then, yeah, you could change that to 0. Then it'll go right at the top of the element. Yeah, cool. That's cool. Right. Okay, perfect. Where were we? All right. We were looking at our navigation bar. And we were kind of, we were in here. Right. It is a 4-column grid. Oh yeah, this thing displays weird when you're in Webflow, and I think everything is left aligned within the grid. I wonder if it should be center. I feel like it should almost be centered. Ooh, that's tough. Let me undo that. Keep that here. Oh, that's an interesting question. So what I mean by that is, if we look at where are we? If we look at this here, are they the same? Yeah, let's keep them a fixed size and let's put them maybe 200. So maybe we should almost align them like this, but then have an appropriate spacing in between. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we go 16 maybe times 5, so 80 pixels. And maybe 96. And then maybe what we can do is we can increase the padding. Oh, I don't know if we want to do that. I don't know if we want to do that. No, we don't want to do that. Maybe we go here. Yeah, let's do that. I think I like this better. Okay. And so we want to take this drop down. So we can delete this one. We got this one here. And let's bring it up here. And we want to go 10, 11, 12. It's not quite aligned. So that's aligned now. I think, no, needs to go one more pixel to the side. Are we aligned on this side? It's not quite aligned. What's going on here? What is going on? This one's like 2 pixels smaller, even though it says it's the same. Oh, because this thing... Oh, weird. Why is the border not being included as part of the element? Weird. Okay, so... how do we do that? How do we... It's like the different box grid or whatever. Huh. How do we take this into account? I mean, maybe what we can do is so we're gonna have to go way back into our buttons. And I think they're over here. We can go... I'm thinking we can take our stroke and put it on the inside. That would certainly work. Can we do this for all of them? Can we just select all of them? And put the stroke on the inside. Then the buttons are a little bit thinner now. Oh, this one didn't go. So how are we going to... I guess we can increase this. We went down 2 pixels, so we go to 16. Oh, no. 14, 2 on each side. There we go. That should solve our problem. Go back to the navigation. Go back here. And again, let's center this thing. And we're not quite centered. What? What is going on? This thing's off by 1 pixel. So if we move it 1 here, that's aligned. And if we go here, yeah, now it's aligned. But I hit this. Oh, that's weird. It's not centering things properly. That's strange. Anywho. Okay. Regardless, this is good. This is basically what we want. And yeah. Okay, let's highlight the whole thing. Navigation basic 2. And okay, we got some white in here. Let's actually put it into the library and let's use that white. And what's black? Can we see where there's black? Oh, it's in the logo. All right, well, let's change that. You're going to be... no, let's just assign it... Yeah, 900. Yeah, I'm not feeling the logo. We're going to have to do something about it. But first, let's export this and see what this one looks like. We're going to nav basic 2. All right. We need to go back to our database. No collections yet. This is the wrong Webflow project. It's this one. Components. Nav. Oh, component categories. Nope, I'm in the wrong table. Navigation basic 2. Replace nav basic 2. Save. And have a look. Boom. So the buttons look smaller. So these images are pretty small, I will say. If we can view it at a larger screen here. I mean, it's pretty clear that they are buttons, but we might want to make them a little bit bigger. But everything else is pretty clear. I mean, it's pretty clear to see. That's a drop down. Yeah, but the logo, yeah, that doesn't work for me. And this one doesn't really work for me either, these little circle things. They're not looking that great. All right. Let's get back into Figma. Where are we? Where are we? Oh my goodness, I'm lost. Lost. Figma. Okay. I want to go back here. Maybe we can try this one for the logo. Let's go in here. Paste this in. Delete this one. Yeah, that looks a little bit too playful-ish. Mm-hmm. I liked my original one, but I don't know where it went. I wonder, is there anything I can... I don't see where the original, where I actually created it. Boo horns. Okay, no, we want to go back here, but we just want to go back to this. Such indecision for something that's just a placeholder. What about this guy? I choose you next. That might work. It's a little thicker, like the line. Let's bring it down a little bit. And maybe... something like that. That's not too bad. That's tough. That's not bad. And let's look for our icon placeholder. I mean, we could try this one. We delete that. Yeah, it's not perfectly round, which makes things a little bit awkward. because we'd have to go in here. Have to figure out what's actually going to make it circular. You can kind of see here. 18, 17, 17.1. There we go. This one's not as bad. Yeah, actually we'll make our icons the, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for here? We'll make the icons the secondary color. There, that's not too bad. I like that. Okay. So now if we look at our other navigations, yeah, they're very, very similar. Even the navigation basic and navigation custom 2, they're going to look pretty much the same. Let's go here. Let's go view this one and view this one, and let's see if we could see a difference. I mean, the only difference here is just in the positioning, which is actually kind of weird. What's going on here? Oh, what is going on? It might be in the width, the height of the navigation. Right, these ones have a different height. Well, this one doesn't even have a height at all set. So that's what's going on there. But they look identical because they are. The only difference is how they're actually behaving. Because as you can see, this one, when you click out of it, it doesn't close the drop down. Whereas this one, when you do click out of it, it does close the drop down. And this one is using the native Webflow drop down, whereas this one is not. It's more interactions. So that being said, this screen, yeah, it's going to be like literally the exact same screenshot. So, but anyways, let's keep going. We'll do navigation custom 1, and we'll just make them, again, one at a time. And then if they're going to be the same, well, then they're going to be the same. So copy, paste. So this is going to be navigation custom 1. And the difference here is, well, custom 1, it's going to have the drop down, but it's just going to be the width of the actual items. And for this one, we just have 2. So let's go into our drop down here. Let's delete 1, let's delete 2, and then let's change the flow to down. And we're going to actually give this, we're going to hug the contents, so it's going to be just the width that it needs to be. And we're going to actually change this to hug as well. Ooh, no, that's not right. Fill container, is that correct? That's still not correct. Fill container, ooh, that's wrong. Hug contents. Hang on. That's hugging. Where are we making issues? Where are we having issues here? Must be maybe in here. It's fill. That's got to be hug. There we go. That makes sense, I think. No. Sorry. Fill. Right. That's fill. That's fill. Okay, perfect. So we want to have the right margins on each side. And in here, of course, let's update the sizing. What do we have? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. Let's go here. No, I don't want to see this one. I want to see this one. Just looking at the spacing here. It's a little bit bigger than the padding on each side, which the padding on this side is 24, which is 1.5. So we're going to make this 2. So 16 times 2 should be 32. There we go. And then we're going to take this drop down and we're going to line it right up against the D. So if we look at the word drop down, oh, we can't see where it actually is. Oh, that's annoying. In the frame. Well, if we go up 1, 2, go down 1, that's about right. I like that. Okay, that's navigation custom 1. And I'm actually going to copy navigation basic 2 because it's, again, pretty much the same thing for navigation custom 1, or custom 2, I should say. Because if we look at, let's go back here again, navigation custom 2, yeah, it's the same thing, just the drop down itself is just done differently. Perfect. Nav custom 3. So yeah, we're just having different combinations of where the logo is, where the menu is, and how the navigation opens. Right. Navigation custom 2. Sorry. We want 3. Let me open this up in another window here so I can see. Okay, right. So navigation custom 2, 3 is going to be something like this. So let's copy and paste this one. Nav custom 3. So the difference is this menu does not have the button group, and basically it's going to be attached within this logo here. So let's shift A this one, and this is logo and menu, and we're going to align it, stick it to the left, and I think we just want it now fill or hug, I'm not sure. I guess it's just our spacing is a little bit off. So let's do 16. No, we need to do 24. What's the difference, or what's the spacing in this menu? It's 24. And we keep that at 24. That is nice. And then the drop down here goes down to here. Oh, perfect. That's actually really nice placement. So I like it. That, I do believe, is the correct nav drop down 3. Yep. Nav custom 4. It's going to be the same thing here. Let's just copy and paste this one. But we just going to want to take our whole drop down. We're going to copy it. Go in here. And simply paste it in here. And let's align it with this guy. And then we center it. Let's delete that one. Perfect. We are lined up. Whoops. We are lined up nicely. Right. Right. So once we get the bear like the bare bones of all the components built in Figma, then it goes pretty quick. Nav custom 5. So basically going to copy this one here, and our difference is we're going to take out the menu, take out the logo. In fact, this one's going to be gone, and the logo is in the middle, I think, right? Nav custom 5. Yeah, the logo's in the middle. And what we're going to do is we actually want these ones, we want them to be the same size. So this is 300. So let's make this one 300, but we want to align it left. And in our logo placeholder here, we're going to make this one 300, but we're going to align this one in the middle. That way everything is properly spaced out, because we don't want the logo in the middle of the spacing in between. We want it in the exact middle of the frame. And this drop down here, let's make sure, do we have it the same height? 157. Let's make sure it's the same height for everyone. 157, 157, 157, 157, and 157. Yeah, we are. Okay, and we're going to take it and shove it along. Drop down D is up. There we go. All right. And for 6, we're going to copy number 4 here. Actually, no, I think it'll be faster to copy this one and then just copy the drop down. Right, looks like it's exactly where it needs to be, which is nice. Hang on a second. There was something a little bit suspicious. What was I just looking at? Oh, right. I call this navigation and drop down. Oop. I mean, it's just the navigation bar. Nav 5. Yeah, same thing here. Oh. Get out of there. And navigation 6. I just want to make sure I don't have any unnecessary classes here. Navigation custom 3. This is the same thing. Nav bar and drop down. Nav bar and drop down. Oh, I did it for all of them. What? Oh, I think I remember now why I did that. To center things. Oh, but it's okay. It's still at its 1200 width. Right. So I'm good. I'm good. We didn't need that. Okay. Oh, right. We can get rid of it here as well. There we go. Okay. Now what we need, I think we need 7 and 8, right? 7 and 8. Oops. Ah, goodness. What am I doing here? Oh, look at this one. I changed it to sign in and log in instead of having the 2 buttons. Why did I do that? I think we should keep it at the 2 buttons. I think we should do that. Yeah. 7 and 8 just switches with the menu being in the middle. Okay. We can do that. Copy, paste. So logo goes on the left. Also want to left align it. The menu is 300, so we're going to keep that because that's the one that has the proper width set. So we're going to move that one, so that's good. And for now, custom 8, copy, paste. Again, this one we're just going to do a little switcheroo. Logo off to the left. Perfect. That's it. That's all. And we got one last thing. This is just navigation minimal, which is just the logo taking up the full screen and with an X to close down the navigation. So minimal 1. We should probably make more of these, but oh, what happened there? It didn't quite work out. Here we go. There we go. Navigation minimal 1. So we could delete this button group, delete this whole drop down. I think with this menu, let's move it. We don't need a drop down. I think, what do we have? We say home, about, pricing, and then services. Services, there we go. So we are going to lay these guys down like this. Actually want them centered. Space in between, not very much at all. And center completely. I like that. I think the logo's in a nice spot. And then we need just an X. So let's go to interface. Oh, we don't want solid, we want outline. And I'm going to copy that, paste it in here. Okay. If we shift Shift A, and we make this 1200 or centered. How many pixels are we off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pixels. So if we made this thing 1207, and that shifts that way. Right, and we actually want to have something that highlights the fact that this is full screen. I think we want to change the whole background. Right. Yeah. And that's minimal. I mean, that's pretty much what it does look like. I'm just a little bit concerned about the positioning of where the logo and the X is. But I think that's good because when you go, like if we just have a look at this one, I mean, that's where it is there. If you hit that, I want the logo to go back in the same spot. It doesn't here on this page. It comes here at the top, but I want it to be at the same spot. So that's something that I need to work on. So I think, yeah, I like the way this is. All right, so what's going on here? All right, another icon or another component. Throw it up there with all the components here. We're gonna have to have one page that's like all of our actual assets as well too. So, so people can see the local components. Anyways, so yeah, we have all of our navigation ones. This is cool. I think this is probably going to be one of the ones that are going to be the most difficult ones. Not the most difficult. I mean, none of these are good, like terribly difficult per se. But might take the longest in terms of actually building. So if I can go to, where can I go? I want to pixel pieces. Can I just, oh, there we go. Scroll up. So if we look at all of our components, so yeah, the hero sections, all that stuff is already made. I mean, these UI ones might take a little bit of time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've already built most of these. Banners, we've already built them. Banners we've done. Call to actions, pretty straightforward with forms. So we'll have to get those components all made with the forms. So that'll be a little bit of work. The footer, yeah, this one will take a little bit more time too. But again, all of these are going to be very similar. Again, we'll make them into components. Forms, yeah, we'll have to do the forms. Hero sections, yeah, were they? I think we'll have to do these ones. No, we'll have to do those. It's the layouts that are done. The heroes are a little bit different. So we'll have to do those. Navigation, yeah, we just did. Pricing, we'll have to redo these ones again. Will take a little bit of time as well. Review is pretty straightforward. Team, not too bad. Yeah. So, and then when we do the team, there's a whole bunch more we can do with this as well too, because I only have 5 here. We could make at least a few dozen different variations of team pages. So anyways, I think what I will do is I'll leave that here for today. So we've got a couple hours of work done, at least on stream. But I'm going to keep plugging away. There's still lots more components to do and to build. And that's our real focus here, is getting our component numbers to 100 or 250 at a minimum here sometime soon, before we really start ramping up with our marketing efforts. So we're going to keep plugging away. And yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for joining, for popping in. I appreciate everyone for coming in today. And as always, I'll be back here again tomorrow for a brand new live stream. Until then, keep plugging away, keep working towards your goals, and I'll see you tomorrow.